All right, so the brand new one D&D playtest has come out. So far, it's not really a playtest; it's just giving us the character backgrounds. I'm gonna give you the good, I'm gonna give you the bad, and I'm gonna let you know my personal thoughts. Right off the bat, I'm gonna just tell you this screams Pathfinder 2. Now, I don't mean that as a bad thing. I love Pathfinder 2. I love D&D. Um, Sometimes innovation has inspiration, and there's some good things that go with it, and there's some things where I feel um, kind of go in an off turn. So you're gonna hear me mention Pathfinder 2 a lot, despite the fact this is the next generation of D&D. So first, we're gonna go off with telling your characters race, background, language. You don't necessarily get alignments anymore. It doesn't mention anything of that, so that's interesting off the bat. They took away ability modifiers for the race, which, okay, I guess. If that's that could be the pathway they're going, which is cool. Um, but I'll bring up later where it becomes really cool. Children of different humanoid kinds. Pathfinder 2 did this with half orcs, half elves. You are a human, but you also take a different race along with it. And it kind of tells you how to do all that stuff. I will say, the cool thing about it is despite the fact they took away the ability scores, they added so much. Some races can be medium or small. The amount of feats you get and abilities you get, versatile, that's just a trait you have instead of having to choose between just a regular human or the two. Also, going off your ancestry, or in this case, the race, Pathfinder 2 did the same thing where, depending which one you chose, heavily determines which one you will benefit from, some abilities, some traits you're going to get down the line. Dragonborn and Dwarf seem to be very nerfed. There's nothing special. I mean, the Celestial Ardling gets flight. That's cool. While Dragonborn doesn't get all that much. And of course, you have your common elves, halflings, all that stuff. So far, so good, except Dragonborns and the Dwarfs took the L on this one. Backgrounds. Let's talk about backgrounds. Backgrounds, again, kind of go from the Pathfinder 2, where the backgrounds give you ability modifiers. The backgrounds give you proficiencies, all that stuff. Like, let me pull one up. Acolyte, Wisdom, Intelligence, okay. Skill proficiencies, Insight, Religion, Calligrapher's Supplies. You can also speak Celestial, so you also get a language from that, and you also get a feat. Feats are going to be a heavy thing in this edition, based off of what we see here. And the cool thing is it tells you what equipment you just get right off the bat. So, you know, no more, do I get this? Should I get the pack? No, this is what you get when you choose your background. And it's pretty cool. You can kind of customize. So if you want to be like an orc acolyte, you can. If you wanted to be I don't know, maybe a Ardling criminal, you absolutely can. And it tells you what you can choose. So the customization is there. That's the great thing about this. And it's well organized. It helps with, again, talking about Pathfinder 2, where your background will matter and the choices you make does matter in terms of the abilities you get, skills, equipment. It's really cool. That's a lot of the good stuff when it comes to the backgrounds. Customizable for each character and how you play. We'll skip over languages, feats. A lot of them have really good stuff added to them. The healer feat, battle medic, healing rerolls, so on and so forth. That's going to help improve your gameplay. Spells. Again, sound like a broken record here. They changed the spells from like illusion, evocation, all that stuff. You get arcane, primal, and divine. Again, same wording from Pathfinder, Again, I'm just going to say it right there. Without D&D, you have no Pathfinder. So they could do what they want. Companies share. It's all right. I kind of miss the whole. I like the idea of evocation illusion, but this does also kind of, what's it called? This also helps with your learning your spells and also classifying them a little bit easier. I'm wondering if they're gonna get the other ones like occultism and I think there's more. I gotta look it up and whatnot. Now, one of the most controversial ones that's being brought up: critical hits. Weapons and unarmed strikes have a feature for player characters. So what that means is you can only crit with weapons and unarmed strikes. You can't crit with spells. So I'm hoping what that means is spell casting is going to get a boost because cantrip heavy classes are going to need those crits. Sure, you can say, oh well, you can cast a level 3 fireball, do 8d6. Cool, I can only do that so many times. Yes, that's powerful in its own, but the chance of, hey, I rolled a nat 20, doesn't matter. Here's my cantrip firebolt, so I just do regular damage. And notice how it says player characters. The DM does not get crits. I feel that itself is an issue because, well, one, there's no up without a down. There's no right without a wrong. There's no good without evil. So it kind of says, player, you get all the massive strong hits and everything. And I'm not encouraging like TPKs or anything, but just think of the game psychology when it comes to, oh, the DM just crit and dropped one of our characters. We got to figure out what to do, change of plans, re-strategize. We need to pick that person back up. And along with that, it smites and sneak attack does not benefit from the crit, just the base damage. So it's like, what's the point of a critical hit when only a few things benefit from it? And when the DM doesn't get it either, so it's kind of like, this one's going to be heavily homebrewed, and since this is a playtest, everyone's going to be talking about that for sure. So I'm not a big fan of that. This is something new to them. It seems a bit one-sided. And overall, that's kind of it in terms of what it is with the new Pathfinder game. Oh my god, I'm saying it just as a Freudian slip. New D&D game. They have some good ideas, which I'm not going to take away from them. The issue is some things that are troublesome, like the Dragonborn, the Dwarfs, the critical hits. Those stand out so much. And if you want to have success in this game, there's other games out there. And you're the big dog, D&D, so ball's in your court. What are you going to do? And that's how I kind of feel about this new edition coming out.